Hello, hello. Hey guys, this is Notary Life with Kimmi. I'm not sure what's going on. Can you guys hear me? If you can let me know in the chat if you can hear me, because it sounds awfully quiet on my end. Can somebody just say yes? We can hear you. It says live, but I don't know. Can somebody hit yes? Oh, good. Okay. Thank you, Gracie and Audra. Thank you guys and on Facebook too. I appreciate it. Yeah, this sounds so quiet over here. Well, welcome to Notary Life with Kimmi. I am Kimmi. So Angela is a little bit under the weather, and so she won't be able to join us tonight. I'm really upset because it's such a great topic. And Alexis will be joining us shortly. Okay. So I just want to say hey to everybody. Welcome. Hey, Frank and Terry. Terry said my face looks serious on that thumbnail. Yeah, that's my serious pose. Hey, Gracie, Notary Down South. Welcome, welcome. And Gracie, Audrey, Pamela, Nakia. Appreciate you all joining tonight. Hey, Charmaine and Sharon. Oh, we got quite a few people. I will never get through everyone. So I'm going to say welcome to everyone, Notary Life with Kimmi, and those who will join us on the replay. Tonight's topic is really interesting. I think that's why we have so many people on right this second. So again, I appreciate everyone being here. And I want to hear what you have to say. So tonight's topic is, why are notaries quitting the business? And you may say, Kim, was that just a thumbnail for effect, or what we call in YouTube world clickbait? It's not, guys. People are dropping like flies in the notary business. Many of the popular YouTubers that I watched prior to actually starting my own channel are actually going in a different direction. They are putting out posts left and right, taking down their content, walking away from the industry. And it's really overwhelming. I'm just in complete shock. I'll be honest with you. I'm like, dog, I love that person and their content, but they're going in a different direction. Some people going to get full-time jobs. Some people want to start talking about different things. They're not really active in the notary business anymore. So they're changing the whole direction of their channel. It's so interesting to me. So that's why this topic came up. Not only are YouTubers going in a different direction and not talking about notary stuff anymore, a lot of notaries, if you look in the Facebook group, they're selling their printers, they're selling their scanners, they're selling everything. Why? And just so I know, are you guys seeing a shift out there also, like in your own neighborhood, in your own groups? Put like a 1 if you know somebody who's quit the business. Number 1. Oh, thank you guys so much. These braids are killing me too. I'm ready to take them out, but I'm going to keep them one more week. Put a 1 though in the chat for me. Do you know anyone that has actually quit the business recently? Again, these notaries, I found that when I have my coaching session and talking to people, they bought printers and toners and LLCs and business credit and everything to get this, to have this business on and popping, right? Let's see, any ones out there? Yeah, Frank says he knows someone. Quite a few ones. You'll see, Danielle. So yeah, people are dropping like crazy, right? So as I was stating, they bought printers, and somebody else says they're thinking about it. Well, hold on, don't quit yet. Let's talk about it. But they bought printers and toner and paper and all this stuff. LLC, like I was saying, business credit, EIN, which is free, grants and all this kind of stuff, right? Doing everything, and bought a lot of training, quite honestly. But training that wasn't really useful at the time, or that they didn't need. They didn't need marketing training when you need to know how to notarize, right? So that being said, why are people leaving? I think some of it has to do with the morale overall. It's just contagious, right? When everybody's saying, I'm quitting, I'm not doing this, I'm not doing that, it's contagious, just like yawning is. You ever been in a room with somebody and they yawn? And everybody in the room starts yawning, right? The spirit is contagious right now. Everyone is talking about quitting the business. It's not no money. Everything is slow, this and that. Is it a little different? Yeah, it's different, because I started during the pandemic also. So we had a lot of notaries. Let's talk about that. So we talked about the morale. I said moral. The morale actually is low. Everyone's, like I said, riding the same wave. When it's up, everybody up. Now it's coming down, everybody down. Oh, I'm done with this. I'm selling my stuff. I ain't selling my stuff that quick. It was hard enough for you to get it in the first place for most people. A lot of people are going back to corporate America. Why? Because it's easier. it's easier to go and let somebody else tell you what to do, right? We talked about that a few weeks ago. Do you have an entrepreneur spirit or W-2 spirit? What's your mindset? So they're going back to corporate America. Nothing's wrong with that, but don't give up on yourself. Don't give up on your business. And we talk about the market changing. I always like the Blockbuster example because, right, people got bills to pay. And I understand that. That is so true. That is so true. And sometimes this thing with the notary space, it takes time to build it. It's a slower process. And that's why people quit too. They've got in it thinking, oh, I saw this YouTube video. I'm going to be just like her. I'm very vocal. It took me about 4 months to really get everything popping in my business. And that's with constant change and constant, revamping things. Guys, if you can like the video, I never ask. I always forget. Frank reminds me. But if you could like the video, it'd be great for me. Thank you. And if you have not subscribed to the channel, please do, because there's still a lot of great information. But they give up on themselves too quick. And the family, okay? The family. Let's talk about the family dynamics. Because I've had that conversation with several people. They bought all this stuff again, like we already mentioned. And then their family is like, well, I thought you was going to be a notary and make some money. And they're not making any money, right? So now you have the pressure from your husband, from your boyfriend, from your significant other saying, hey, you ain't making no money. This is a scam. You need to be done, right? So now you got the family pressure. So it's a lot of pressure. You got your own pressure because you like, I bought all this stuff. Nothing's happening, right? And it's not just going to happen. You have to make it happen for yourself. It's not just going to happen. So let's talk about Blockbuster again. That's where I was going earlier. So Blockbuster, and I just talked about this in one of the other videos we did recently. They should have been the number one when it comes to streaming, right? They had the audience. People were coming in the stores left and right, renting videos. They didn't keep up with the market. They didn't keep up with the demand of the people. They didn't pivot. They didn't change, right? Pivoting does not mean failure. Pivoting just means, hey, we need to go in a different direction. We need to go in a different direction. Something needs to change here. So with Blockbuster, they could have had all the streaming people, right? But they did not. They didn't keep up with the times. As notaries, we have to keep up with the times. I've completed or done a video about 12 different ways you could be making money as a notary. Are you implementing those? Apostille, ink fingerprinting, all of those different things. Some people say you shouldn't learn all these different things. If you don't learn them, you will not be working. You will not be working. Networking. I don't do live scan, but there's another notary in my area. I've had a conversation with her. She does live scan. So I'm trying to see how she and I can connect. Can I send her something so I can get a little kickback from that, right? So we have to learn how to think outside the box. The other points that I had here, hold on one second. Pricing your jobs. I get this one all day too. There are a lot of you that are notaries. You have your training, you have your stamps. You don't know how to price your jobs. If you can charge a travel fee in your area and you don't know how to price, I hear YouTubers saying, oh, I charge $20. Really? They need to come and have a session with me. I'm not leaving my house for under $40. Okay. That's in my area. Now, your area, you might get even more if you're in New York, California, so you need to know your market. Learn how to price your job. So I wouldn't want to be a notary either if I'm only getting $2 or $5 and you don't know how to price. Pricing is a skill, right? So don't give up on yourself. Do not give up on yourself. Do not give up on your business. Your family may not believe in you. Your friends may not believe in you. You may see the market as a whole crashing around you in the sense that the YouTubers that you watch, they're like, I'm out. But that doesn't mean you have to be out. I'm not quitting my business because all the people that I started with watching them have quit. I'm not going to quit my business. I'm going to keep pivoting. I'm going to keep pivoting. I'm going to keep learning. I learned translation services. I'm going to keep on. And as I learn, I share with you, and again, my phone doesn't ring for any one service all day long, but don't give up on yourself. And I know it's very contagious. Like I said, the spirit that's going on right now in the YouTube world. Because I'm watching, I'm like, what is going on? Angela and I were talking. I said, dog, girl, I said, you see such and such stop. And this person stopped and that person stopped and people threatened to shut down everything. And I'm like, what the world? It felt like 2008. When 2008 happened, my husband and I were in Costa Rica. We took our stimulus money, probably not the smartest thing, but we took our stimulus money in 2008 because I was living a kind of crazy time, right? I'm like, I'm going, I don't care what. We were over in Costa Rica, right? And we were watching the news back here in the United States. People were going crazy. They were putting, my parents at the time, they were putting locks on their gas. People were stealing gas. The banks was closing left and right. I mean, everything. It was like Armageddon. It was like, what in the world is going on in the United States? So we were watching international CNN over there. So we came back home. We didn't have no food. I think we had gas in one car. So we was looking for gas when we got back. It was like really some crazy times in 2008 if you were not around, right? And it's kind of similar to that with the notary space right now. I feel like a bomb been dropped on it. I came in during the pandemic. I came in 2019, right before the pandemic, because it happened 2020. So I came in 2019 to end. So I didn't know about this, but this industry has been around a long time, people. A long time. A lot of us are just now learning about it during the pandemic, right? So what I say all that to say is stick with it. Don't sell all your stuff. If you need a coaching session, let's see what we can do to help you. Okay. Now we are offering these coaching sessions. Go to notaryeducatorsllc.com. Let us look over what you already have. What training do you need? If you have all of your equipment, your business is still just not succeeding, you might just need somebody to help teach you how to build the business. We've been talking about that too recently. A lot of us did not grow up knowing how to build a business, right? So that might be part of the problem. We have that W-2 mindset. We just don't know what to do. So look into the coaching corner. I'm going to leave you with that. What do you guys think about this whole industry thing when you watch your YouTubers that you've been watching forever? Because I know I'm not the only one you watch. What are your thoughts? Just drop it in the comments. I'm just kind of curious. When you see everybody else around you kind of quitting, what do you think about it? So I'm going to leave you with this. Do not quit. Let's get your business going. And worst case, do it part-time. You don't have to quit full-time. I always say that. Don't quit your job. Don't quit your full-time job. Like people said earlier in the chat, I got to pay my bills, and I get that, right? But don't give up your investment into yourself. Just do it part-time. Or I used to work at the hospital. We called it peak time, PRN. Do it only on the weekends, but keep your foot in the door. Keep your skills up, because the market is going to change. And when it does, you want to be on the right side of it. Let me let Alexis in, y'all. Hey Alexis, welcome.
Hello.
So when the market changes, though, you want to be on the right side of the market, right? You really do. And what does that mean? Keep your skills sharpened, right? When they need you, you're going to be ready to go, because they are doing loans and stuff are still happening every day. Loans are happening. HELOCs are happening. That's a home equity line of credit. They're happening. Notaries, documents are being notarized all day long, right? So we're going to continue at Notary Educators the next few weeks in preparation for 2023 to go over topics that can help you to build your notary business, okay? To help give you the confidence that you need. Go over some business building skills with you. We're going to talk about some marketing, some actual strategies. So tune in. I'm going to be going live a whole lot more. As I've been telling you guys on between here and Facebook is where I usually hang out. But yeah, and that's another thing. Quick money. This is not quick money. Once you get into it, yeah, it's quick money. But you have to get started, right? So look, somebody said they closing on the house tomorrow. Their house. So houses are still moving. Money is still moving. It's going from A to B. A to B. You want to be the C point. Some kind of way you want to be in there. Alexis, I know you're just joining the conversation, but what's your thoughts about what's going on in the notary space with all the big YouTubers kind of being done? Peace out.
My main thing is, quite frankly, everybody, some people just, it's time for them to move on to whatever's next, whatever chapter is next in their lives. And I'm speaking for those people who are on the YouTube platform or more known in the notary space. Maybe they outgrown it in the sense that maybe they're switching over to just doing the training side, or just running their signing company and things of that nature. So I say that to say, don't look at it as people are leaving because of the business or because something's wrong or because no money is involved or things of that nature. Maybe the way their schedule is looking, it's just time for that next step. Um, that's kind of what I've gotten out of it. But I feel like people aren't sharing why they're leaving, so them leaving looks as if they're leaving because the notary space is just it's not beneficial anymore as far as revenue, loan signing, all the different avenues you can go down with notary being a notary. Um, to the outsiders looking in and to people who are just getting started in this space, it might look as if there is no more money that is drying up, when that's simply not true. I do wish that a lot of people would share why they're leaving a little more. You know, you don't want to get all in people business, but just because they are looked at, they're known and they are looked up to in this space in a sense, it would help alleviate the panic a little bit when it comes to everyone else. But I just want to say, you know, don't panic. Don't think of that as a negative light on being a notary or you can't do it or things like that. It simply might just be their time to move on to the next thing. Like I said, they might not have the time anymore to go out there because, you know, you do have to have the time to get out there and be a notary and everything. So that was kind of just my 2 cents on it.
Yeah. And there are so many avenues, so many things. I mean, I'm seeing people in the Facebook groups, in our group especially, they are pivoting and they are doing wedding officiant. I mean, they're running ads on Google. I mean, you just have to keep marketing, and the things that we tell you to do is not, it really does work. It really does. So a lot of times by the time people have found us, they've spent a lot of money with other people. And now you really need us to kind of help get that last little rounded training that you need. Really is back to basics. Most of the time people find us, they already have all that other stuff. They just spend thousands on everything else, but they're missing the basics. So you can't fly if you don't have no good foundation. You cannot. So we're going to move on. So we do want to encourage you though, don't quit the business, guys. You got all your equipment, you got all your stuff. Don't quit. Just maybe pivot right now. Put it on the back burner if you have to, but don't just sell all your don't sell all your stuff on Facebook, because you're going to come back in 2 or 3 months from now when January 1 hit and everybody starts shaking and moving with that income tax money. You're going to wish you had kept your stuff. Okay, so don't sell all your stuff on Facebook. Keep your equipment, put it on the back burner, continue to use this time to grow. As I keep telling you all, that's what I'm doing with some of my downtime right now, is I'm continuing to grow myself. For me, that looks like doing apostille work. I really want to know it like Angela, like the back of my hand. I want somebody to call me and I'll be like, oh, this document going here. You need what? I don't know it like that. But I'm not going into 2023 not knowing. I promise you that. And I will be working on my apostille side of my business is my main goal, because I want bigger numbers, right? And that's the quickest way to get to it right now for me is a apostille business. Everything else, I can make money with it, but I want big hits like in the 3 digits when I'm doing something. I want each job to start at 150. So I'm really going to be working on my apostille game. I promise you. I'm gonna take Angela's class again and keep self-teaching and see, because for some reason me and apostille, I can do the basics. We call it around here like level 1, level 2, level 3. I can do level 1, but Angela, no, I'll be calling her. So I'm not gonna be calling her in 2023. I can guarantee you that. So I will keep you guys posted on my journey as I continue to hone in on my apostille skills. So some of these comments. So Alexis, can you do Facebook? I guess I'll do the chat.
Yeah, let me pull it up. Give me a second.
Go ahead. I'll just start over here. So hey everybody, let's see. I'm taking questions now. Comments. Let's see, make sure I don't miss nobody. Let's start with Danielle. Danielle says she's having a lack of work. So Danielle, you're in Houston, Texas. To me, there is no reason why you should not be flying, girl. Yeah. Are you in the city of Houston? Are you on the outskirts, like a suburb or something? Because if you're in Houston, Danielle, we need to be having a conversation. I really think so. There's no reason why. Terry says they have multiple streams of income. That's true. That's true. A lot of YouTubers do have, a lot of people, not just YouTubers,
in general.
People in general nowadays have 2, 3 jobs. I mean, you have to almost to make ends meet, right? So yeah, they have more than one job. Yeah, all things Nata Jean said she just saw a YouTuber change her whole channel. Yep. Hey, Gelada.
Yeah.
Hey, and Bridget, what's going on? She's waiting on her commission. Frank said he has known people that's leaving the industry. Danielle says she's getting very few offers and the money is very low. Again, I'm going to push back, Danielle. An offer is an offer. If you're getting an offer and you don't have any money coming in, $30 is better than $0. 10 $30 jobs is $300. And I took a lot of those $30 jobs when I first started just to get my feet wet, to get my experience. And I know you're newer to the game too. Take those lower paying jobs, people.
You said she lives in Cyprus.
She live where?
In Cyprus.
So that sounds like outside of Houston.
Yeah.
But still, how far are you from Houston? Is it too far for you to drive there? I mean, let's get a little bit more detail while you're here.
Yeah.
And Audrey said it's her state. What about your state, Audra?
Where are you located?
And yes, Amy said they're not working it like a real business. And that's true.
That's true.
That's the number one thing too. But most people don't know how to start their business. And I did, for those of you who have not gotten it yet, Start Your Notary Business. It actually takes you step by step how to build the business. It really does. So if you have not gotten that book, you should really look into it and read it. It's only like 40 pages and it's going to actually take you step by step. So Gracie says she needs help on how to notarize a passport. Yeah, Gracie, we can't go over that right quick. How to notarize a passport. But I will push back and ask you, what training have you taken? Maybe you need to Google it. I mean, we don't really have time to get into a whole training session right now to do a passport. But if you have your basic notarial skills under your belt, it should not be a problem, I don't think. And I would Google that form because I don't know right this second. I'd have to look at the form before I tell you what to do. I need to know what state you're in. I mean, I need to know more variables. Okay. Again, Gracie, don't be a Facebook notary. If you need some training, let's talk about it. Don't be a YouTube notary either. Okay. Veronica 803, Alexis, can you start on Facebook or not?
So when I log into Facebook, I only can go at a certain point.
Oh, that's okay. So Veronica says she don't know anyone personally, but she sees a lot of people leaving in Facebook.
Okay. So I am caught up then. Never mind. I went back and see some other stuff. But okay. So yeah, Veronica said that, and then Key Jones said me agreeing.
Don't quit, Key. Don't quit.
Please don't. Manuel Puga says, myself, I have 1 more month of revenue to go. Milton Sample 3 or the 3rd says it's not that they're not making money. They're just not making the quick, constant money they were doing the boom.
Bam. That's
it. And with people not making that quick money, or you came in making it, when it's a little dead, they're not thinking how to pivot, how to get it another way because it was coming so easily. So I agree with you 100% on that, because that's something I had to kind of go through a little bit too with my business. I had to shift my mindset because it wasn't coming like this. Loan signings and everything else when I first entered. So yes, I 100% agree with this. But if you do make the pivot to add on other things, get the knowledge, and if you market yourself, I guarantee you'll still be doing it just fine.
And I ain't gonna lie, when I first started, I mean, it was some good money in these streets. I was doing like 5, 6 a day, 7. Sometimes, I mean, I would come home, do my scan, go back out, I was tired. But it was some good money. But again, I pivoted before the pivot was required. And that's the other piece of this. Don't wait until something happens and then pivot. As I kept learning stuff in my notary journey, I said, oh, I could do ink fingerprinting.
Yeah.
Let me learn that. So I self-taught. I said, oh, I can complete the I-9 form. I kept getting requests for this and I didn't know how to do it. So I was like, I can't do it. So I had to find somebody else. I said to myself, well, Kim, why can't you do it? So I learned how to do the I-9. So all the apostille service, I told y'all my journey with that. It took me 4 or 5 months before I actually started doing it. I was so scared. And I did the first one. I got that hit. What? So I wasn't scared no more. I put it on my page, and then I just have to kind of reach out to Angela sometime, right? But I ain't scared no more. So like I said, I'm gonna be a pro at it. But then I learned how to do proctoring. Somebody called me out the blue about proctoring, and I was like, oh, that's a thing. So I'm telling you guys, you gotta pivot and pivot before you have to. Go ahead now. I know I hear a lot of people say, well, don't learn all this stuff. You're trying to do too much. I didn't say learn it all in one day, because I did not learn it all in one day. But you have to add additional stuff. Imagine if McDonald's only sold hamburgers. Okay, that's what they used to sell, right? Hamburgers, French fries. I don't know if you ever watched the what's that show called? The Food That Built America. We talked about that one night on here. They started out just selling hamburgers, French fries, and maybe something else, right? Who knew McDonald's was going to end up selling gourmet coffee like Starbucks? Right. Somebody in McDonald's back office said, wait a minute, Starbucks, they making money by selling what? We sell coffee, so now we're going to make it look pretty. We're going to put some whipped cream on it and some chocolate drizzle, and then they get my $5 when I want to treat myself to a frappe. Right? Who would have ever thought? McDonald's ended up selling fish sandwiches. Why? Because they went through a spell where people wasn't buying hamburgers, right? Because of all the things was going on with beef. So now we got to pivot and sell fish. So McDonald's saying, oh, no, we're going to get your money. Now they sell breakfast. They went to selling breakfast all day. I don't know if you guys remember that back in the day for a minute, because people really liked McDonald's breakfast. So they were like, oh, let's give the people what they want. So they start selling breakfast all day, right? So even as notaries, we have to pivot. Yeah, we started out with just a stamp, but it's so much more to being a notary. That's why when people say, oh, you just a notary? Nope, I'm not. I'm not. I can do so much more. I pull out my fingerprint kit. I show them. I said, nope, I do this, and this, and this, and this, and that. They're like, whoa. Yeah, one stop. You want a copy done? I got a copy machine right here. What you need? Scanner? Come on, what you got? I want every dollar to come through here. You see what I'm saying? So you got to pivot. There are other restaurants. It's like Wendy's. Wendy's wasn't selling breakfast. They said, oh, McDonald's getting all the breakfast money. So guess who else going to sell some breakfast? Wendy's. Instead of just singles and doubles, they putting out biscuit sandwiches. Right? Yeah. So why are we gonna let the other notary get all the money? They're not the competition. Let's get together. Let's get some networking going on. Okay. And I know I got plenty more where that came from. I do have one more. Taco Bell. Taco Bell. Tacos. Now they selling breakfast. Yeah. Come on. They tried it before, it didn't work. So then they brought it back. I'm sure somebody in Taco Bell's main office was sitting around saying, oh, McDonald's getting all this breakfast money. Burger King got the croissant. Wendy's selling their biscuits. Yep. What we gonna sell? Right? They had to pivot. If you want to get a little piece of the pie, you don't need the whole pie. Even as a notary, you don't have to get every notification that comes through. Write out your budget. What do you need to survive? Angela talked about that last week or the week before. She knows what her target needs to be. Victor is in our Facebook group. He is very vocal about that. If you have not joined our Facebook group, it's completely free. Notary Educators, you can join. But he's very vocal on he has a goal. And if he has not met that goal, does he need to increase his ads for Google? What does he need to do to meet his goal? I have a goal. If I don't meet that goal, I'm like, oh, okay, tomorrow I really need a couple clients. Now, what do I do to get those clients? A little bit of prayer don't hurt either. But I'm doing some more marketing, right? I don't do ads a lot, but I will run an ad. I'm not above it, because ads will shake stuff. I'm telling you, Google ads get you some business. That algorithm just start popping. Or I'll post to my Google page. That causes a little friction too. So, all right, Alexis, what else we got? We back on to YouTube or Facebook comment?
Yeah, I was going to say, let's jump back to YouTube, and then when it comes up, I'll read it.
All right, so we are at 8:04. So Chantel says, hey, everybody, what's happening? Shan from PA, sorry to hear about Angela, but I understand. I'm under the weather too. Okay. Thank you. I'm sure she's watching, I hope. Danielle says popped in her mind. All things Janet Jean says, I'm taking a bookkeeping class learning QuickBooks. You have to learn other skills. Yes. Notaries, that's something else. People trust us.
Yeah.
Learn how to, thank you for that tip.
I like that.
Learn how to do virtual assistant. Learn how to do bookkeeping. Look for things that don't require a lot of extra education. Mm-hmm. See, that's the thing. We like to pay for training, and then we don't execute. You do need a certain amount of training in order to get started, but look for things that don't even require a lot of training, and see, can you add those services? Hello to everyone else. Charlene was like, yeah, we got to pay bills. Danielle said, I'll never go back to W-2 life. Her dream was this is her dream to be her own boss. No, that's okay about the caps because we could feel that, girl.
Right.
We could feel that. Tanya said she's never going back to corporate America. That's like new slavery. I'm trying to break the chains. Lord help me. Yeah, so it's a dream to everyone wants to own their own business. So we can make the dream happen. We can, guys, but just be patient with yourself. Don't buy all your equipment and then put all this pressure on you. I need to be making 6 figures because I saw a video. No. You do need your proper training, though, so you know how to stamp that paper. But after that, it's step by step, by step. If you keep hearing me, I did not learn all these services in one day. I've been in business now for 3 years. Officially, I was doing a little stamping for free and stuff. But as I continue to grow in my business, I don't play about my pricing. I don't. I was giving Jeffrey away for free as a witness. And then one day I was like, Kim, you ain't in business for charity. The paper don't move if Jeffrey don't sign. The paper does not move without the witness. So I increased my bottom line just by charging for him. Now you can go get your own witness if you don't want to pay for mine. Because Jeffrey is not only my husband, but he is the witness, right? Yeah. So that's my bottom line. That's my business. So you can get your own witness if you don't want to pay me. So now then that increased my bills now from like the average maybe ticket, maybe 50, even for a couple pages. I charge $25 for him. Yes. So I'm increasing. How can I increase my bottom line? My expenses have gone up. Somebody else has got to go up too. Might as well be the client. All right, y'all. They said they love Blockbuster, Linda. Yeah, Linda, I did love me some Blockbuster too, girl. Gracie said, yeah, we got to make some stuff happen. And then All Things Nata Jean says, so we have so many choices. Fingerprinting is a gold mine in apostilles. It is. And if you don't know how to do ink fingerprinting, I say it every week. Check out my ink fingerprinting course. Right now, they still 60% off. $50, you want to be a pro. You don't want to be watching YouTube. Now, I do have a free video, but everything we teach around here, I really want you to do it like a pro. So I give you as much as I can. But check out the video. I mean, the course, okay? Teach you how to do it like a pro. The I-9 teaches you I teach you how to fill it out more than one way. YouTube, I have a free video on there too, but I show you how to do it in depth. If you don't know how to fill out the I-9, with the exception of California, why are you not completing I-9 forms? Why? Check out my free video. Check out my course. There's no reason you should not have I-9 on your Google page or ink fingerprinting unless you don't know how to do it. And don't get in Facebook asking how to do it. Tanya says Ron is picking up, getting ready to get her certificate and add it to her services. Yes. Anything you can do. When Ron comes to Georgia, if it ever comes, I'm going to sign up. I want that. I want to have that option. Okay. Where we at, Alexis?
Danielle. Who's replying to
okay. Fearless Notary says, yeah, I watched the translation video and that is an awesome service to add. Yes, add that. Add the translation services. Hey, everybody. Bryce, everybody wanted to give you a big shout out for last week. I don't know if you got my email because you didn't respond. No shade, but
hey, Bryce.
My email was just saying that everyone really appreciated you on the show last week. So, and I thank you for participating too. I don't know, like I said, if you got my email, but I want to tell you publicly, we did appreciate it. And I did send the email as promised for those of you that told me to tell Bryce he did an excellent job and that he represented very well for everyone. Gracie says UPS is sending me people with passport, visa, I-797. So then you need to find out what that is, Gracie. Hey, Henri, long time no hear from.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need to find out what that is. Find out what it is. Get the training, and they sending you business, girl.
Really.
Henri. Yeah, everything is well. It's so nice to hear from you. Gracie says she lives close to the Texas San Antonio University. Girl, yes. Along with USAA. You better figure it out. If you need some help, get some training. Been waiting on her commission. Urbanista. 510 says she's been waiting on her commission for months. What state are you in? Why is it taking so long? Have you filed? Gracie
anyway,
says
you can call and check as well. Anyway, you can call and speak to somebody.
Yeah, can you call and check on it?
Yeah, try it.
Gracie says she's been doing some I-9s. Urbanisa said thinking of getting into apostilles in the meantime. See, we got to quit thinking, guys. We have to quit thinking. We got to start executing. I'm serious. We got to start executing. We have to start executing. You think long, you think wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's an Uncle Jeff quote. That's my husband said that all the time. You think long, you think wrong. Let's get that money. Quit thinking about it. While you thinking about it, your neighbor notary getting a apostille.
Exactly. Because I get them.
Yeah, Alexis been blowing up on my apostille. She been. How many you have right now?
3.
What? I'm gonna have to ask you what tips you doing to get all them apostilles too, because her and Angela are killing the apostille game. I'm telling you. I'm not, and that's why I'm probably not getting them like you guys, because I'm afraid of them. Like the or my spirit gives off something like don't even call me. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's like yeah, I because I know every time the phone rings for our apostille, I'll be like, ugh.
Yeah.
I think what do they say? It's an expression when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. Right? What does that mean? When you get ready, people might have been telling you something all day long, but you wasn't processing it. But now you're ready, so you can hear it. That's the same thing with me and our apostilles. I'm just not ready for our apostilles.
Let me tell you a little tip too, just for anybody that I kind of had to figure out. So when I used to get the phone calls in the beginning, I would say, like I'm in the middle of like kind of making something in the middle of doing something, and I'll be like, okay, what documents do you need? Try to get the whole rundown of what they needed. Write it all out, and then I'll be like, okay, I'll give you a call right back. I will go research it. What do I need to do for this? What do I need to do for that? If this document is coming from the state, so it needs to be certified copies and blah, 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 all that, all that good stuff. Write it all out, and then I can call the client back and say, okay, I need this. I need a certified copy of this. I need you to get this, this, and this. You get what I'm saying? This has to be notarized. I can give them the whole rundown. I know the process as well, and it's just smooth sailing. Or I would write it all out and then call the GSCCCA and ask them whatever questions I had. That way I can call the client back and give them all the information, and I would know what price to charge them. So that's kind of how I kind of made it more confident on myself and just still took the job.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. You know why? Because I'm more like, when I take the call, I'm like, okay, how many pages do you have? Where's it going? And I'm asking all these questions and trying to give them an answer right that second to something I don't even know. Like you said, I need to really just say, and I say this even when I'm training, don't go to the job and just start stamping. Take your time and look over the document, right? That's my number one rule. Don't get there and start stamping. But somebody called me about our apostille, I'm ready to start.
Trust me, I know.
So I'm going to take that advice and try to slow down and say, you know what, I will call you. And my mind clicks so fast, period, naturally. So I need to take my time and write out what they need, and then I can follow back up. So I do need to work on that. I do. And I'm going to have a conversation with you also, because Alexis, like I said, her and Angela, you guys, they killing it. And I want to do that too. I really do. I need that apostille money. Right. So I'm going to work on it. And then thank you for sharing that tip. So I hope you guys heard that gem from Alexis tonight. Slow down, write down what the customer needs, and then you can call them right back once you complete your research. And then
don't make it seem like you don't know, though. Don't make it seem like you don't know. Just make it seem like you're kind of busy, but you still want to help them. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's a good point. Because if you act like me, What is it again? Oh, guys, if y'all can hear me do an apostille call, y'all would be like, Kimmi, come on. Y'all would want to hit me, huh?
I already know. I already know because I was there. I already know exactly what you mean.
If y'all heard me do that, I'm telling y'all would be like, Kimmi, I'm embarrassed for you. I'm a hot mess when I get a phone call for apostille, but everything else I'd be like, but that apostille, I'd be like, oh my God. So, okay, let's keep going. So Sammy 1970, it says, amen. I'm glad you're talking about this. Yeah, because we don't want y'all quitting this business, y'all. I'm telling you, this is the quickest way. So we ain't talking about the money part, but the quickest way to own your own business right now, for real. This is a nice business to be in, okay? And it's gonna pivot. It's too many things. Every day people coming up with stuff. I've been seeing now. I'm not telling y'all to do. We talked about it last week because I don't know nothing about it. But court reporting and all this stuff, digital this and digital that. They trust notaries with everything because we've been background checked, collecting urine samples and specimens and collections. And
I'm looking at it right now as we
logistics. Alexis is working on that. So, I mean, it's just too much money out here, guys. Don't give it to everybody else. Keep it in-house. I'm trying to tell you.
One thing too, just while we still close to talking about it.
Oh, please.
Charmaine said, wish I could do apostilles. I'm working as a full-time case manager. Charmaine, I still feel like you can do it. And I only say that because I used to work full-time. You can still do it. If you can answer your phone, answer the phone. If you can't, you can leave a voicemail stating, text me, shoot me an email, leave me a voice message or something like that. Apostilles are those things. It's not like a notarization. It's one of those things where if they're calling you and you call them back, I'd say about 9 times out of 10, they still haven't found somebody to get it done. Unless they've been, I don't know, every time I call somebody back and it's been a little while, even like 10, 15 minutes or something like that, they still haven't found anyone to get it done for them. So
everybody don't know how to do it. They like me. People be calling, giving Angela apostilles. I mean, her students, like people from like our, YouTube and all that, our social media, they be calling, giving their business to Angela. Angela really want to teach you how to do it so you can get your money.
Exactly.
But she will take it now. If you get stuck and you don't know how to do it, call her. Or I don't know if I can speak for Alexis, but I know I can speak for Angela. Call her. She'll do it. Do you want people to give you their stuff if they can't do it?
No, call Angela.
Call Angela. Okay, call Angela though. Like text her or whatever and let her know, hey, I got one for you, because she will do it and y'all work out a split. At that point, you're the facility, you're the referring apostille agent. Remember, I did a video about that recently. That's how you can be a part of the transaction and get some of the money. So you may not want to do all the legwork. Right. Now you're gonna network with Angela, who don't mind doing it. She'll give you a portion of it and y'all work together. You don't have to be in the same state. And while I'm talking about the same state really quick, guys, don't always think that your notary business partner has to be in the same state with you. Network where you can network. If that means in the Facebook group, which we have a great one, Notary Educators,
we do.
They will help you ask questions. The answer doesn't change. A notary is a notary in Georgia, Florida, California, Arizona, Maine, Hawaii. We all do the same thing. So if I can get some tips from a fellow notary in the state of Hawaii, what they're doing over there to be successful, I'm going to take it. Somebody in California might be doing something that I need to be thinking about here in Georgia. So a notary is a notary, don't matter. Take your free help wherever you can get it. Some people, unless you're paying for it, don't appreciate it. Don't be that person, y'all. We give away a lot of stuff for free. The Facebook group is free. Don't be that person. Appreciate it. Now, if you just want to pay for something, I can create something else that we can have you pay for. But take advantage of what's free. And what's free is all my videos. I have 300 now. 300 videos. Go out there, watch them videos, get in that search bar, see what you're looking for, how to do this, how to do that. Either you're going to pay somebody to teach you or you're going to learn it yourself, but you have to get the knowledge in order to be successful. Yeah. Next, where we at?
We are at 8:30. Well, one, I did want to say hey to everybody who said hey.
Hey, everybody. They was welcoming you to the show, Alexa.
813. We read the Facebook, so 813.
Susan said, I'm still trying to get started. I'm still trying to get a dual tray printer. Susan, check Facebook because they're selling them.
Yeah.
But again, hopefully after tonight, you will not be selling your equipment. And Susan, just be patient. If you have to work with a single tray printer for a moment, work with a single tray. Leah, the notary, she has a video on how to work with a single tray. There's also the notary, Notary 123, Notary Rotary. I think it's Notary Rotary. It has a PDF separator. Well, it will separate your page separator. So it will separate the pages for you. So don't let that be an obstacle for you. We're going to do a workaround. We turning no's into yeses over here. We turn it, I don't have it into how can I make it happen over here. You don't have a dual tray. So what? What's our next step? Page separator, page sorter, whatever it's called. Check it out. Notary Rotary. Okay. Watch Leah's video on how to work with a single tray printer until you get one. Amy says it's happening in real estate. The agents are dropping like flies. No one wants to work and build the business. They want it easy. Yep. And it's not easy.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Alexis. What's your thoughts?
I was gonna say, I can only imagine in real estate, because real estate to me kind of mimics this. You really got to get out there and hustle. You got to get your clients. You know, it's not given to you. It's not handed to you. It's really a connection type thing.
Yeah.
So I can only imagine it's the same thing. If people not marketing, putting in the work, you know, they're not seeing the return they want. So guess what? They got to still live and get money. So they're going to leave and go maybe back to their 9 to 5 or back to something that's more safe, which I completely understand. Do not get it twisted. I understand. But like you said, it's just all about the work. And some people do want it easy. And like I said, it depends on the person. I don't judge anybody because I do understand.
There's nothing wrong with that either. If you are over it and you just need to go back to 9 to 5 and not do the hustle, I get that, because it's not for everybody. This is a different lifestyle.
Yeah.
You know, I've been a hustler all my life, and I like the hustle. I move fast. I'm from Detroit originally, and usually up that way, our mind is like this. You got to slow us down. More like New Yorkers and stuff. Get it done. When I moved to the South, it's kind of like, this life as a whole, it's just like kind of slow, right?
Yeah.
Just everything. But up north, you be tired, boy. You just look out the door, everybody run up the street, down the street, did it, you know.
Even in the snow, they still.
Even in the snow, my mind be clicking. You watch New York, what they say, a New York minute, for real.
Yeah.
So that's why my mind always clicking. I'm like, what can I do next in my business? And it may not be for everybody. I'm gonna tell you the truth. And we ain't mad at you. If you have to leave for some reason, you do that, because your peace of mind is important too. Okay. Don't add stress, but just don't give up so quick. And then Diane said she writes out of Houston. Terry says some of them are not quitting, but adding other streams. We already talked about that, didn't we?
We did.
Okay, where are we at? Mindset, Monica? Oh, Gilletta says, I work full-time and work in my notary business part-time. That's what I'm talking about. Don't give up on yourself or your business. Yep. And get it while you can. And Angela did mention this when we were talking about this conversation. When things are going good and you are making a lot of money, save some of it. Don't spend all of it. Save for a rainy day. Mm-hmm. You know, when you are making money, the summers tend to be a little busier sometimes because people moving and shaking. Mm-hmm. The fourth quarter of anything is usually slower. Most businesses are in vacation mode.
Yeah.
They're waiting on Thanksgiving and they're waiting on December. Even over here, I'm not planning a lot of classes because I frankly don't think people are going to be trying to build their business. Now in January, our things going to be popping January 1. Yep. Notary educators going to be right up in the house. We're going to be right up in the mix. You're going to see so many classes on schedule. You're going to be like, what's going on over there? We're getting ready for January 1. Mm-hmm. But fourth quarter is always slow. I don't care what industry. I know when I was at the hospital, they used to make us do what's called flex. And you had to flex. It wasn't like you had an option. If they looked at their numbers and what we call the census, the number of patients at the hospital, and they didn't have so many on the board, they'll call you in the summertime too. They would do that. We don't need you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, really? Well, Georgia Power still need their money. They don't care that you flex. So, fortunately, my husband was working. But that could be challenging.
Yeah.
So again, my whole point to saying that was prepare for a rainy day. We know it's gonna rain. That's like old grandmama stuff. We know it's gonna rain, so we got to prepare for that. Save a little extra money, for when the loan. That's something else I always hear in the loan signing space too. It takes too long to get paid, 30 to 45 days, and people will quit because of that. People will quit the business because it takes too long to get paid. Don't quit because it takes too long to get paid. When those checks do start rolling in every 30 days, it's going to be consistent. But you might have to keep your full-time job while you're waiting on that 30 to 45 days to get started and get in the cycle. You might have to wait. So that's another reason people do quit the business, because it's like, I know it's going to take that long to get paid. Well, I mean, don't quit your job because of that. Don't quit your whole business because it's taking a little bit longer than you thought it should. You know? Monica says it's all about mindset. If you created the business, it's not a side hustle. I refuse to give up on my business. Yes, Monica. If anything, I'm going harder during this time and it's paying off. Go, Monica. Yes. Be encouraged was her final words there. And then Frank said, I'm still getting customers say that they can't find a notary that do not answer their phone. I get them. I'm telling y'all,
Same.
I already know, Frank. I already know.
Mm-hmm.
Answer the phone, people. And that's another thing. I'm not getting no business. I don't answer spam calls. I don't answer this call. I don't answer that call. Well, who you answering for? Your friend calling you to go out Friday night ain't putting money in your pocket. People say, well, I didn't recognize the number. I don't know the spam. It's a spam call. It's this, it's that. Matter of fact, I picked up 3 spam calls last week that were actually notary calls. Now, my phone will tell me it's spam, but my phone don't pay Georgia Power. Y'all hear me talking about that light bill? But my phone is saying it's spam, don't pick it up. But my phone is wrong. It's really a real customer, Gilletta says, working part-time here in Florida, I'm still making $2,000 to $3,000 a month. The money is still out here. Yes, people get some. I think it was the National Notary Association about, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 months ago. It was an article. I think it's either 4 million or 4 billion pieces of paper that are notarized and documents are notarized annually. Mm-hmm. That's a lot of documents, guys. Mm-hmm. A lot of documents. The notary industry is not new. It's new to most of us. Mm-hmm. How many of you have only known about being a notary within the last 3 years? Put a 1 if you just found out about this business in the last 3 years. Put a 1. If you just found out about being a notary since 2020 that you can make money, put a 1 in the chat. And let's see. For the rest of us, I knew about being a notary, but I didn't know you can make money. I knew about being a notary 30 years ago almost, but I didn't know you can make money doing it until 2020.
Right.
Right? How many ones you see, Alexis? Because I don't want to lose the chat here.
Facebook, I see nothing but ones.
Yeah.
And you got this chat over here, so I'll go down. I see nothing but ones.
Yeah. So this is new to you all. But if you watch some of the old YouTubers like Bill Soroka, Laura Buer, all of them, they've been in the game for like 20 years.
Wow.
The game, okay?
Right.
Not this stuff we talking about. They know about it, right? They knew about it.
Yeah.
Carol Ray, old timer. We lost Carol earlier in the year. I think it was earlier this year. But they've known about it for 20 years. You and I just found out about it within the last 3. Okay? The last 3. So now that we know about it, are we really going to put it back under a rock and let somebody else get our money? Right? Let's be clear. I hope you hear what I'm saying. I hope you hear me. All right, let's what's on Facebook.
So Shay Clayton Harris says some people may feel it's saturated. Pamela Bergman says, I'm not on Facebook.
1 second, Alexis. Is it really saturated when we go back to what Frank said and what I said? When somebody called, ain't nobody picking up the phone. So it appears saturated.
Right.
It
That's the key
appears
word.
saturated. Call 2 notaries in your area tomorrow, see how many pick up the phone. Don't do that, Sean, because they're going to get mad at me. I don't like people just calling me either for a statistic, trying to figure out, who going to answer. Don't call me and say, oh, did you pick up your phone? And matter of fact, when I do pick up my phone for like notary educators, they say, you really do pick up your phone? I'm like, I do. What do you mean? I'm working. All right. What else we got, Alexis?
Pamela Bergman says, I'm not on Facebook enough. I didn't know people were leaving. Yes.
Girl,
Thing.
it's a thing.
And then Audrey Gale says, oversaturation on notarized.
Yeah, because now that's all the rage, right? Everybody jump from one thing to the next. Now let's go to Ron. Everybody gonna be Ron. It ain't nothing wrong with Ron, guys. There's nothing wrong with Ron. But quit jumping on the bandwagon. Make sure there's a need for Ron in your area. Make sure what the fees are. We meet people that have signed up for Ron training, and your state don't even allow you to do Ron.
Yes.
And that breaks my heart. Okay. Yeah. Don't find no Ron training in the hopes that Ron may come to your state. And it might be 10 years from now. That money you spent on Ron training, you could have been using it for something else. Okay. Work with me, guys, please. Quit buying stuff you don't need. Somebody told me I bought Ron training. I said, girl, you ain't even in the wrong state. What you talking about? All right. Terry says people are looking at jobs. People are looking at jobs that are going into bring fast money, field inspection, wedding, party venues, digital reporting. Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that. I like quick money too. I don't see anything wrong with that. I really don't. And Sammy, go ahead, Leslie.
I think what we do is technically, in my opinion, fast money too. You can add all of that onto it, in my opinion. When you say faster money, I feel like it's the same thing, like field inspections, weddings, and all of that. It's the same thing. You still got to market those. You still have to market those aspects of your business.
And I don't know if she was referring to the 30 to 45 days it takes to get paid on. Yeah, maybe that's what she was referring to too. Because the other G&W general notary work is fast money.
Yeah.
Sammy 1970ish says it's disrespectful to the business. It's almost like they're trying to get rid of their so-called competition too. Yeah, you'll never know, because if you talk about something bad enough, you ever been around somebody and they be like, oh, my head hurt. Oh, my stomach hurt. And before you know it, they done got you with a headache too. You like, you know what, I feel that too. Yeah. My head hurt. My stomach hurt. It ain't nothing wrong with you, but you've been around them so long. It's contagious. So what else we got, Alexis? Anything on Facebook?
Over on Facebook, Milton Sample III says, I just spent all of this money, so I'm not quitting. Exactly.
Yes, don't quit.
And then let's see. Audrey Gale says, same, too far deep to turn back now. I agree.
Yes, don't turn back. Don't do it.
And then Sheila M. Sawyer says, I'm just getting started. So no, not quitting.
Please don't quit. Don't quit. And is that it for you for now?
Yeah, for now, yeah.
Okay. Urbanisa said, who is Angela? Can you link her in the class? Angela is our other trainer. She is Angela Johnson. She's our other trainer. Visit notaryeducatorsllc.com, Urbanista, notaryeducatorsllc.com, and you can read about her apostille classes. And that's a good way to get in touch with her too. She just didn't make it tonight. And go back and watch some of the other videos, because Angela's in there, especially the Monday night mentor one. She's on there. Okay. And Gracie C. Diva says, I'm going to give my business card to the notary that I'm doing my closing. I want to see if we can join up. We can get information to help each other. No competition. Yeah, I love it. Because she might have something. She might need you to be a witness. She might have something she can't do. Housing sales have gone down in Houston extremely and rates are up. So no refis. It's more to life than refis, people.
It is. That's true, but it is. It's more stuff going on.
It's a whole lot more going on than refis. All things Nata Jane said. I have 3 apostilles and they're all out-of-state documents. Go, Nata Jane. Go, girl. And you in Cali, you better be charging. Chantel says having one job is detrimental to your health. Yeah. If you can have more than one, you can handle it. It never hurts to have a second stream of income. It never does. Keeping the business and hoping Georgia will get on board with e-notarization. Yep, Charlene. Again, I'm not waiting on Georgia to make my money, or to tell me I can do something or I cannot do something. I'm gonna do what I can do within the parameters legally. If they never get e-notary, I don't care. I really don't. Danielle said, because I'm gonna get my money in other ways, so I'm not sitting there waiting on remote. And again, do your math on the remote notary. It may not be what it's cracked up to be for your area. It just may not be. I do have about 4 videos on remote notarizations. What is it? Pros and cons. Danielle says, no, Kim, all money is not good money. I have an SUV. I'm not traveling 50 miles for $50. Okay, that's a business decision, Danielle.
Yeah.
You get the right to choose. So I totally agree with you. It may not be good money for you. It may not be good money for you. But just starting out, if you have nothing else going on, I don't know. And again, you got to think about experience. And a lot of times you take these jobs with these companies, you start out, you do like 2 or 3 from them. They pay lower because they want to see how you do, right? So you take a couple lower pay. I'm going to tell you from experience. You take a few lower paying jobs just to get your foot wet with that company, get your foot in the door, and they will pay you more because they see that you know what you're doing. They have to pay $50 because the average notary, they're going to mess it up and they got to go back and pay somebody else. So right now they can only afford 50 till they test you out, see you know what you're doing, and this is real talk. So that same $50 that they paying you, I'll get $100 for it because I know what I'm doing, right? But they don't know you, so they're gonna give you 50 because they already know 90% of the notaries, and I'll say 95 will go out and jack up a package. Then they gotta hire somebody else, so they have to leave a cushion to pay the next notary to go back out there and fix what somebody else messed up. And that's just real talk. That's just real talk, y'all. So that's another reason why I had that on my list actually. During the heyday, during COVID, when the jobs were like this, a dime a dozen, notaries were a dime a dozen. So if you messed it up, they had so many jobs coming in, they could afford to pay you to go back out and fix it. I had so many redos when I first started. I'm like, all they want me to do is go out and do one document, and they pay me $125. They could afford to do it at that time because they had so much business. But now the business has kind of slowed up. They could weed out the riffraff, right? They don't need the notaries that don't really know what they're doing, and now I got to hire 2 more to go fix it, right? They don't need that kind of notary no more. So the ones that are still working are the ones that shined during the pandemic. Okay, it's another YouTuber talks about pandemic notaries. And there's a little truth to that. During the pandemic, they took anything, anybody, whatever, as long as they could get something stamped. They just need to act like they could get it done, even though it wasn't done properly. Then it wasn't done properly. They have to send it back out. I can't tell you the number of times I went out for just one deed. One piece of paper wasn't signed correctly. But now it's a completely new signing for me, so they have to pay me to go out, So again, I'm gonna push back a little bit on that, Danielle, just to get your feet wet, okay? Again, you can sit around trying to wait for $100 and $150 jobs, but it's just not happening a lot right now. So, it's decisions like that sometimes that can cost people the business. I'm not talking about Danielle at this point. But I'm just making a point, I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do this. Well, then you just may not work. You just won't have a business. You just might be back at your W-2. Right? So you got choices. Everybody got choices. I'm a big believer on choices. I had a daycare and my kids want to show out with me. I'll be like, all right, little Johnny. So you can do this or you can do that. Okay? They always had a choice. Either you're going to do what I say or you're going to go stand in the corner. Either you're going to do what I say or you're not. You know what I'm saying? So you always have a choice. I believe that. I grew up like that. You always have a choice. You may not like your choices, but you always got one. Okay, let's wrap this up. Let me see. Can we go quicker? Because this is a topic y'all can sit here all night. Because I just don't want y'all quitting. I just don't. And I know that we're not doing what we need to do to make it happen. I know that. And again, I'm going to reiterate. I want you to hear me clear. Other people have known about the industry for over 20 years. We're just finding out the last 3. Okay? So this ain't a new thing. It's new to us.
Really?
It's new to us. It's not new. Being a notary is not new. People have been loan signing agents forever. We're just finding out about it. Hope you heard me. Let's see what else. All right, y'all. We're gonna have to wrap it up because we are definitely over the 9 o'clock hour tonight. Please check out Notary Educators. I am so sorry we didn't get to all your questions today, guys. Because we do have to get out of here. I know Alexis has another appointment too. But again, don't give up on your business, guys. Check us out at notaryeducatorsllc.com. We would love to be a part of your journey some kind of way. I did add a frequently asked questions now. Check out the website. We did a little revamping over there. Hopefully those frequently asked questions will help you to determine what class you need, what part of the journey we can be on with you, if it's coaching, if it's live training, if it's self-paced, if it's just a book, how to do general notary work. Take some time and play around with the site. We got the little hamburger thing over there that CC taught us about a few weeks ago. So click that to see the live classes and everything. Angela does have 2 or 3 slots available for her class on Friday night. Check that out. Alexis, we didn't talk about this, but since you don't have any more one-on-one loan signing classes, do you want to offer a few at the $149 price?
Yep. If you are.
So if you do want to do a one-on-one loan signing class, just click over there for Alexis's thing and we'll honor that. Their one-on-one usually costs more, but since we're actually not doing any more loan signing classes because of the holiday coming up, we will schedule a one-on-one for the same price. Okay, right now that's $149. The online courses self-paced are 60% off. Coupon code MONEY. We extended that due to overwhelming demand. People wanted a little more time. So coupon code is MONEY. And guys, I'm going to say good night. It's been my pleasure. Don't quit your business. Don't quit your business.
No.
And I am Kimmi with Notary Life with Kimmi. I'm going to let Alexis say bye, and then we will see you during the week, okay?
Yeah, hello everyone. It's Alexis, Mobile Notary Services by Alexis. And just remember, this, like she said, we can talk about this all day because we do not want you to quit because we, all 3 of us, work. I can speak for Angela too, I'm pretty sure, but all 3 of us work day in and day out, and there's still money to be made out there. So we just don't want you all to get caught up in the hype. You got this, okay?
It was one little question I wanted you to answer. Somebody said, how's the baby doing?
Oh, he's good. Thank you for asking.
All right, guys. Well, it's our pleasure. Oh, I'm sorry, Alexis. I'm so sorry.
I just said really crazy.
Oh, and she loving every minute of it. You see that big smile?
Every second.
All right, guys. Well, again, on behalf of Notary Life with Kimmi, we wish you all much success. Don't quit, and I'll see you on Wednesday sometime. I'll put it in the Facebook group. I don't know what time yet, but I'll see you guys on Wednesday, okay? Bye.
Bye. See you all.